Good afternoon, everyone. Joshua Puela. Have you ever found yourself wondering how do you certify your animal to be a service dog? I found myself a couple months ago wondering that same thing. I have 80% disability through the VA, and part of that is PTSD. And I've always wondered what can I do to if I have an anxiety attack or just some everyday things. Like some things that I have a hard time doing is getting up off the couch because I have back issues from the military. So then I started looking into how do I be a certified service dog. There's many steps and there's many companies out there also that will try to take advantage of people with disabilities. And if you find one of these companies, you can report them to the ADA, which is Americans with Disabilities Act. And so what you have to do is, one, you have to have a disability that hinders your everyday task, or you can also get them certified as an emotional support animal. Say you get anxiety attacks or fireworks, you kind of stress you out, just you get overwhelmed pretty easy. So what you have to do is you have to have a psychologist or your doctor, a physician, prescribe you. It's actually a prescription that they prescribe that having an animal or a companion, it doesn't have to be a dog necessarily, but a companion that will help you with your day-to-day tasks and will make life a lot easier on you. I started my journey. I had no idea where to go, where to look. So I'm not very good with technology, so I use Google. And then all these sites started popping up, like I stated before, that there's some scams out there. The VA, my psychiatrist, and my physician, just to get some recommendations where I needed to go. Usually, your doctor can give you what companies you need to go through just to certify them. The biggest thing is having that letter from your doctor stating that you need this service animal, or this service animal will benefit you in the long run to have. Once you do that, you can go through any company. I would advise you to go through whoever they point to you. Go through them. It takes a little bit. Like for myself, I paid for it and I waited and waited, and I was stressing out because they'd already taken my money, but here it is a month later and I hadn't received anything. So I contacted them and they just told me that it was on the way. And I received a nice little certification that my dog, my littlest dog, was certified. Him that he was trained well enough and obedient enough to be a service dog. They have to be able to uh, your common commands: sit, lay down. They have to be sociable. They can't jump on people or anything like that when they're out in public. They just have to be calm and sit by your side because they are working. Thing that you can do to help with that is to let other people know that it's okay to look at him, but you can't pet him because he is working. It takes his attention away from you and puts it on that person. This, you get all your paperwork together, and then for me, I went back to the VA because I needed a letter. And a lot of times you need a letter for if you want to fly with the animal into a place where you're only allowed a certain number of pets, or there's allow pets at all. Because if you can get this letter, then they waive the application fee of the pet fee, and they allow you to have this dog. You just have to year-to-year basis continually to show that you train him and get him recertified again. Some companies, it's good for a lifetime. The one I went through, it's on every year I have to show that I still need the dog, so I still have to show proof from my physician or my psychiatrist, and also I have to show proof that he's trained and he's obedient to do his tasks and perform them well and in a manner. But if you have any other questions about certifying your animal, you can just go to the ADA website, the Americans with Disabilities Act, and they will show you, and it'll tell you everything, the laws and everything that goes along with having a service animal. I thank you for your time, and the last thing I want to leave you with is have a great 4th of July and be safe. Thank you.
That was great.
Good job.
I really liked
Thank you.
that. And I didn't know
I didn't
that
know
you
you
had
had
to
to
do that
go
every
through all
year.
that for service dog.
Wow. Well, I hope that everything worked out with your dog.
Yeah, it did.
Go ahead.
Like we got him from when he was a puppy. We went to the fair down here, and we didn't even plan on getting a dog, and they had the Humane Society there. So whenever he was young, so that way he could attach to me fast. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I was always the kid to run up and pet the service animals. My mom's like, "You can't do that," and it's like, oh. So now my son's doing it, and I'm like, "Honey, they're working. You see." So yeah, but most of the time, people are pretty good about it, especially when it's kids.
Yeah.
Okay, Diana, would you like to go?
No, you can go. I'll go last.
All right. Okay. So let me get set up here. What was that? Okay. Have you ever thought program be more efficient? When you are trying to do a group recording, and I have to start over. Okay, so many students this semester, when another recording program be more efficient? Well, after doing some research, I found that using Google Hangouts and YouTube is actually much more efficient than using two separate programs. Now, on your computer that you can download, such as like ooVoo, Skype, things like that will record group sessions. However, you still have to download that video and then upload it into an editing software. Sometimes these editing softwares, when you download them, some may come with your computer, but some can come with infect your computer, or can cost you money, even if it's $1. When that idea might be appealing because there are less steps that you have to follow in order to get things started. However, when you do edit the recordings on certain softwares, you're not able to do certain things or even cut out certain pieces. So it becomes very complicated, and it might be more time consuming. When you go through Google Hangouts, there are a couple of steps that you have to do beforehand. Run after you do all these steps, then you won't have to do them over again. So one positive note about using both of those programs together is that they are both synced. So whatever information is on one application is on the other. And account, the same email. And that's actually one of the most important steps that you have to do to make sure that recording in Google Hangouts, you use the same email account for both your YouTube page and for your Google Hangouts. Another positive thing about using these two applications is that it is free. You are not charged in any way, shape, or form for any of the applications that you might have to use in either one. Now, using Google Hangouts, how to start a Hangout. Well, this is something that a lot of people have had difficulty with. So I figured I would go from step 1 to step. When you start a Hangout, you go to hangouts.google.com, and you go through your email address that you would like to use for both your YouTube page and for your Hangouts. So for example, I made a Google email account, Gmail account, that was strictly for this. Now, when you go into Hangouts, you will see a screen on the left-hand side, a sign on the left-hand side, and a box on the right-hand side will pop up. You type in the person's name or email address, and it must be a Gmail account. You type in their information, and you start a Hangout with that person. From that moment, you'll see something within that chat box in the top left-hand corner that says add, or it could be a plus sign, or it could be a person with a plus sign. You click on that and then do it individually per email address or name, or if you don't want to do it that way, there's something that says more. Sometimes it's just 3 dots on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side. When you click that, you can check off join by link, or enable join by link. If you click that, you'll see a link that opens in the bottom. You copy and paste that, and you put it on whatever platform or email it out to the people that you would like to join your Hangouts. After that time, you go to, okay, sorry, I missed a step. When you send the link out, all they have to do is click on the link, and then they are connected to the Hangout. Now, your YouTube page, you have to open up YouTube, and YouTube is a Google application. So you have to create your page. Once you create your page, then you have to enable the YouTube Live. Enabling YouTube Live will not only let you do just one-on-one, but it'll also let you create an event. Now, when you create an event, you're able to actually invite those people from your Hangout to come onto that event like we're doing right now. And all you have to do is click on Go Live, and then under that, you'll start it. And after you do get started, then you will see events. Click on events, and you'll have the option to either set one in the future, the reason why you're doing the event, and what the title would be. Or you can do it now. If you want to do it now, you just press create, and a box will open. In the top of that box, you'll see a small drop-down box. In that small drop-down box, you'll see a person that has a plus sign kind of on their chest. You click that, and then another link will be there. Now, you copy and paste that link and put it in your Hangouts, and link, they will be connected with you here on the YouTube Live event to be able to record your speech and conversation. All you have to do is press Start Broadcast at the bottom of the screen. It's a big green button. And when you're done, you press Stop Broadcast. Now, this is something that a lot of people have difficulty with. And there are 2 different things you can do if you're not able to see your video automatically uploaded onto your YouTube channel. If you enable your YouTube Live, it'll say live streaming and get started. Usually when you upload, when you press on your upload, up right-hand corner, it's an arrow that has a line underneath of it. Once you enable that, it should automatically upload all of your Google Hangout YouTube Live event sessions onto your YouTube page. You can just edit your part and be done with it and submit it. If that doesn't happen, you can always wait for it to completely upload onto your page. Then you can download it. Then you can put it onto a Google Drive and put that link into your Hangout, so everybody who is not able to access that or has difficulty with this step, they're able to click on that link and see their video. From there, they'll just be able to upload it onto YouTube and edit just as you normally would. So as you can see, there are a lot more steps involved in doing the Google Hangouts and sessions. However, once you get all of those steps taken care of, the only thing you have to do is press on event, copy and paste the link in your Hangout, and then edit your video. And it takes about 30 minutes altogether. Whereas it can take a lot longer with other applications. It's free. Now, when you can try it both ways and decide for yourself. The decision really is, do you want to take a few more steps to then have less steps when editing? Or do you want to take less steps when starting the video and have more steps when editing and run into, you know, some issues having to do with possible malware and having to pay for very good software? So ultimately, you are the one who needs to decide, and I hope that if any problems should come up, please go to youtube.com and you can click on help by finding the question mark at any of the sections that will direct you to the correct help, or you can go all the way down to the bottom and press get help. Thank you for your time.
Good job, Heidi.
Girl.
Yeah, I know you had to do that just to get all this stuff started for us. Thank you for doing all that.
Yeah, no problem. But I've been working on a actual video where you could see my desktop and everything like that. So that should be very helpful for a lot of future people. All right. Ready?
Yeah. I can use my outline, right?
Yeah, you can use that.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Hey guys, look around you. Almost everyone you know or see, male or female, adult or kids, sometimes in their lifetime will be diagnosed with cancer. Today I'm going to inform you guys about breast cancer. Cancer can affect anyone, doesn't matter what race, gender, or you know, what kind of person, if you're a good person or bad person, anyone can have cancer. I hope by the time I'm through with this speech, you guys will know a lot of things about cancer and how to prevent cancer. Cancer is a multi-dynamic disease. First, I will explain to you guys what cancer is and how you can prevent cancer. Cancer is a uncontrolled growth of cells. To better understand what cancer is, I will give you guys the step on how you can actually know when cancer happened and how you can actually contact your doctor and how you can actually take the first step towards that so you can, you know, get a head start from stage 1 into stage 4. Normally, cells usually divided into two. Hello? You guys hear me? Something just popped up on my computer. I'm gonna restart all over again, okay? Hey guys, look around you. Almost everyone you know, kids or adult, male or female, sometimes in their lifetimes will be diagnosed with cancer. Today I'm going to inform you guys about breast cancer. Cancer can affect anyone. It doesn't matter what race, gender, anyone can have cancer. I hope by the time I'm done with this speech, you guys will learn a little bit more about cancer. I know you guys already know about cancer, but sometimes some people don't know, how you can prevent cancer or how you get it. Cancer is breast cancer. It's a multi-dynamic disease. Breast cancer is a controlled growth of cells that actually divided and multiple groups, and then they the main reason about cancer is that cancer occur by mutation. They can actually affect, not only your breasts but your lungs and everything. Because some of my patients, I'm actually working with a patient right now. She's diagnosed with cancer and she only has 6 months to live, but she passed the 6 months. She's in her 7th month, but we don't know when she's gonna die or not. People think if you have breast cancer, it's only affect one of your breasts, or if they cut the breast, you won't have cancer anymore. But it doesn't work like that. I mean, most people think that if you have cancer and you get chemo, you'll be treated, but it doesn't work like that, because a lot of people, they get chemo, and the chemo actually makes the cancer worse, because the radiation itself can give you cancer. So usually breast cancer can either begin in like your nipples, like outside your breasts. You might find, that's why most of the times doctor will tell you, you have to, I don't know if you guys ever been to a gynecology, they usually tell you each month, try to stand in front of a mirror and then put your hands up or touch your breast to feel if you feel a lump. Sometimes it doesn't mean that if you have a lump, you have cancer. Sometimes, you can have like a dimple in your boobs. You might think, oh, it's just a dimple, but one thing you guys don't understand is that a dimple can mean you have cancer. A discoloration from your nipple can mean that you have cancer. That's why a lot of times you guys have to be careful about things like that. In order for you guys to prevent cancer, you guys have to change your lifestyle. I know we drinks. If we go out with friends, we can have 1 or 2 drinks, but that doesn't mean, we have 2 drinks to a point where we get so hangover. In order to prevent cancer, you can limit alcohol use, smoke. I know some people, they smoke. Yeah, you smoke too. I mean, I know a lot of people who smoke, because when they smoke, like the smoking actually help them. But at the same time, you have to think about your health also, because smoking can affect a lot of things, your lungs, things like that, things you wouldn't expect. Even people around you, let's just say you have kids, when they inhale the thing you're smoking, that can actually give them cancer too. You have to control your weight. If you have to be physically active and stuff like that. And breastfeed actually help with breast cancer. A lot of people don't know that if you breastfeed your kids, that can actually prevent you from having cancer. Whereas of some people, they have kids, but they don't breastfeed their kids. They just let the milk actually dry. And it's not good for you, because that milk can actually form a mass in your breast, and it can actually give you cancer. You have to limit like radiation. You have to stay away from radiation, because radiation is the main cause of cancer. Like microwave. When you heat up your food, you're not supposed to stand in front of the microwave, because the radiation from the microwave can actually give you cancer. It may not give you breast cancer. It might give you lung cancer or other things, They don't have a cure yet for cancer, but they have treatment. Surgery, chemo, and clean eating can actually help with cancer, especially nowadays. Like the food we eat have a lot of GMOs. a lot of things that you may not think that will give you cancer, but they can, especially meat, red meat, pork, or whatever meat it is. It can actually give you cancer. You have to be careful about that. Like then again, like I said, cancer is a divided growth of abnormal cell which begin in single mutation. To prevent cancer from happening, you guys have to control what you eat and other things. I hope you guys learn from this speech.
Okay, Diana. Thank you. That was good. All right, I'm gonna stop the broadcast now. Does anybody need to add anything to their speech before I stop?
I'm good.
No.
All right.